what's next for me, man? I need to create as many millionaires as possible. All right. And the reason being is I love the whole community aspect, man. We come together. This is how we build things. It's not lonely at the top. It's full of people like us collaborating, connecting, making things happen. So I want to do bigger, better things.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Bishop here, Convos with Bishop. As always, I say it's always a great day to have a great day. Today, I actually have someone, I've never talked about this ever before. You know what? And I can't wait for this because I'm trying to get this game in. You know what I'm saying? Met this gentleman about a day or two ago. He's really heavy in the tax deed space, entrepreneur, building generational wealth through, his real estate, his marketing, whatever, everything that he does, family man, military man as well too, Army, right?
Yes, sir.
So I appreciate it. And also, thank you for your service. My man, Mr. Tax D Wolf. How are you, sir?
Hey, doing good, man.
Good. Mr. Joseph, man. Everything right?
Yes, sir. Beautiful
Yeah,
day
man.
out here in Miami, man.
Yeah, man. We went kind of crazy yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
With the
Just getting started.
Yeah, just getting started, man. So I always ask people this one question. Because you are an advocate of mental health, right? So, because I see that's one of the things on your flyer. From a scale of 1 to 10, you can't use 7. How do you feel right now?
I can't use 7.
Nope, you can't use 7. No, you cannot.
Man, right now, I'm feeling like 9, man.
Okay.
I'm feeling like 9, going on 10, definitely. Because what people don't understand about mental health is I was a nurse before, right? Before I retired at 29. We live life on a continuum. Right. And what I mean by that is we're never always happy. We shouldn't be always sad. Right. It's a scale that goes like this. Sometimes you're healthy, sometimes you're sick, but it's a scale. It's down, up, down, up. So it's important to understand these things. Like when you are not happy, why are you not happy? What are you going to do to bring yourself back on that scale?
Yeah.
Being sick, we take vitamins and everything. So mental health is very, very important, especially me being a veteran, right? Because so many people don't know what to do with that adversity.
Yeah, definitely, man. So let's get started, bro. Before we get into the whole tax deed life and everything and getting properties for under $3,000, which is absolutely absurd, but you know what I'm saying? I definitely want to learn about that. Talk to me about your beginnings, man. You know what I'm saying? Like where you from and like how you actually became the man that you are today.
Yeah, humble beginnings, man. I grew up in New Orleans, Louisiana. I grew up in the 6th Ward, and like my dad was in jail most of my life. My mom, I don't really know my mom like that.
Really?
My grandmother basically was like, look, I'm going to raise this kid. And I watched her work 3 jobs to support me, man. Catching the bus to go here. She'd drop me off at school, go to work. She'd work night shifts too. Just hustled, bust her butt. And I appreciate her a lot for that. But I told myself is like, I will do the best to where my kids will never have to live like that. Right. So nothing against, that generation.
Yeah.
They did the best with what they had. But I said, no, we gotta crank this up. I'm going to be the first millionaire. Yeah. I'm going to be the first millionaire in my family. And I'm going to start making things happen. So after Hurricane Katrina, long story short, I ended up in Atlanta. I said, you know what? I'm going to join the military. They're going to pay for college. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to get my nursing license. And I had a whole plan since age like 13. I had a whole plan. Bro, I went and just checked off every checklist in that plan. Got everything done. Got my I was a medic first, then I got my nursing license. Once I got out, I was an RN. I was travel nursing. Became the assistant manager of the ICU. Just excelling. How you do anything is how you do anything.
Yeah,
everything,
facts.
right?
Yeah.
So then I was like, man, look, I got tired of clocking in and clocking out. I'm hanging around all these people on one of my second tours. It was a lot of older gentlemen who were making a lot of money. It was a private contracting gig. And they're buying properties all over the other countries. And I'm like, yo, what am I doing? I'm like still young at the time.
Yeah.
And so when I got back home, once my mind was introduced to that, I couldn't go back. So then every time I clocked in, I felt weird. Like, whoa, what the?
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the parking lot like, I got to go back in for a shift and I'm stuck here for 12 hours. Like, no, I felt weird.
Yeah.
So I had to get into real estate and go all in.
So here's my question. My question is that, where did you get that organization from as far as like knowing what you want from like age 13?
Bro, I have no idea, man.
Because bro, I can tell you right now, I wasn't thinking about none of that at age 13 at all. I was thinking about video games. I was thinking about sports. I was thinking about all other stuff.
I can tell you actually where I got it from, and it hit me. I was at a mastermind. It was Nehemiah Davis, right? And he had this guy named Nick speaking, and he did something where you had to like really focus on your childhood trauma and all this and all that. And I broke out in tears, and it didn't dawn on to me because it finally came back. I was like, holy crap, this is why I am the way I am.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of money. Church gifted us a car, right? So it wasn't a brand new car. It was just somehow they had scrapped up enough money to get my grandmother a car, right? The car broke down, and these other privileged kids were stuck in the road. Instead of helping us, they blew smoke at us and they said, "Get that piece of shit out the road." Bro, I'm like, I'm a kid.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm a kid.
What's going on?
I cried my ass off that night, and like I remember punching the concrete. Like I was so pissed. Like, why are we poor? Why are other people rich? And I said, I will never. Like, it's in me. I can't like sleep at night thinking about being broke. You know what I mean? So it's like it's just so hardwired in me. I would never let my kids have to feel what I felt.
Yeah, no, definitely. What do you think is your motivation as far as like being an entrepreneur and also what you do? You know what I'm saying? Because and also like the particular field that you're in now, because I heard of tax liens, I heard of like, but I never really necessarily understood about tax deeds. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where did that motivation come for you to actually dive into that career?
So it's the lowest hanging fruit of real estate, right? Everybody thinks you got to have so much money to go buy properties. And when I was in the hospital still, I'm looking around and I'm like, man, like there's all these millionaires. They own all these big properties. I saw this doctor. He owned like this 100-unit building. And I'm like, man, how am I going to get into building wealth for my family? How am I going to make money? And when I discovered tax deeds, I was like, whoa, we can literally get properties when people don't pay their back taxes. Opening bid is usually just the back taxes owed plus like a few little fees.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, this might be my way out. So I went into my first auction. I won for around $3,000. My second property, same month, I won for $1,900. At the same time, in that same month, I used my VA loan and got a house, no down payment. So I'm like, bro, I just really hit the okie doke right now.
Yeah, facts.
I got three. I just got 3 properties in less than 30 days using less than $6,000. I was like, okay, if I can do this, this will be my way out. So I flipped those, and I flipped all 3 of those properties actually, made about 80-something thousand, a little bit over $80,000 by flipping all 3 of those.
So all 3 of those collectively about
all 3
$80,000.
Because I flipped the house too. I resold the house.
Okay.
Yeah, I flipped all 3, made like 90-something thousand. Right? And so I was like, okay. I cried when I got the check, right? One of the checks I got was like $6,000. It was like a $3K to $10K. $6,000 on the way home, just holding the check, like I cried. I was like, $6,000 not a lot of money, really.
But what year is that though?
Bro, this was like 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, this was like
it's not necessarily the money now, but I mean that's what 7 years ago. 6,000 is obviously way more value over there.
6,000 in my bank account.
in your bank account, my dude.
And then I had a check for. I had to think about how much time it would take me as a nurse after taxes to make $6,000. I had just done it like just by signing papers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So were you still a nurse?
I was still a nurse.
Okay, you're still a nurse. So you're still doing your career while still working on your tax deed business.
Yep.
Okay. So I mean, this is probably a rhetorical question, but like, what was the moment you're like, you know what? Forget this friggin' nursing shit. I'm about to go all in on this.
So at the time, I actually had I've always been an entrepreneur. I sold candy in high school. Like I was that guy. I'm always trying to do something. I had a clothing store at one point.
Okay.
I said, if I can go all in with this, it would allow me to get my time back, right? So I can focus on myself mentally, physically, and spiritually. And really was just hanging around the right people.
Yeah.
So I hung out with people that made me look stupid, right? Everybody else was an entrepreneur already that was killing it. So when I looked at all my boys, I'm like, man, I'm the only one still working. So I had a credit repair business at the time. It was making a little bit of extra money. I had some rentals. So I had some tenants paying me. People think when I retired from nursing at 29, I just suddenly made millions. No, I didn't. I was maybe close to being a millionaire because I owned a few properties at the point. But I probably was only making a little, like maybe $5K a month at the time.
Really?
Off of extra money.
Off of extra money.
Right?
I got you.
So I was like, damn, I make like $6,000 a month as a nurse. Like, all right, I think I'm ready. I asked all my friends, hey, what was your mindset like? How'd you do it? And they were like, bro, just do it.
Yeah.
They were just like, you just got to do it. You got to take a chance.
Sometimes it's really that simple just to
Yeah.
take that leap, like there's not a, kumbaya moment or like, what I'm saying, the stars need to align and everything else too.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you got to just go.
You got to go.
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
People think everything, y'all have to save up enough money to do this and do that. You just, and I applaud all these like people in Miami, podcast people, the entrepreneurs. People think, must be nice. They don't know all the sacrifice you had to make, even to get this studio ready.
No, facts.
Sometimes you have to invest your last dollar and say it has to work or it has to work.
You know what, bro? That's actually very interesting because with me, right? I've been in, I'm in the luxury space with my concierge. I've been doing that for about 10 years. Now for the podcasting, I've been doing podcasts for like almost 8 years, but I've been taking it seriously for like a year and a half. People think that when it comes to success and also growing within entrepreneurship, it's just like an overnight thing, but they don't understand like the process you need to get there in order to get that success comes before. Like I would not be in this seat right now if I did not go through the grind of the 8 years of like figuring out if I wanted to do or not, figured out, like, okay, what kind of podcast I want to do, and like just like talking to a whole bunch of people for free, by the way, for free. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what do you think is like, who's to blame for that mentality?
I made a post one time and I said it took me 7 years to be an overnight success, right? I think social media is to blame. And when I say to blame, it's not so much that anybody really needs to be blamed for it because we just get so used to posting. Like, I mean, you're going to be happy. You're going to post your wins. I try to post some of my fails too, right? I don't have too many these days, but just to spread awareness. Yeah. Right. But in the beginning, I had a ton of them, right?
Yeah.
But it's just social media because all we see is wins mostly. All we see is wins. We see the podcast. We don't see you trying to, I don't know your full story, but like I don't see like how you had to scrape up the money. Like I do see all the cameras, all the what that ain't cheap, right? That is not free. So they just don't know the grind because they're not in it. They don't know the grind, man. It was times, I had negative $7,000 in my bank account one time.
Was that the most you ever had negative?
That's the most. Did you know it could go that negative?
No, never. I'm flabbergasted.
I didn't either.
Yeah,
all right.
I think the most. All right, in full transparency, I think the most I've ever been. Ooh. Yo,
he had a flashback just now.
Like, oh my god, probably close to $2,000.
Bro,
yeah,
negative 7,000.
Negative 7,000,
bro. Negative 7,000,
brother. What was going through your mind? Okay, did you already had kids at that moment as well too?
I had 2 kids at the
Lord
time. Now get this.
Okay.
Get this. I had employees. Payroll was tomorrow. Payroll was the next day. I had to ask my wife, babe, you got any money in your account right now?
Yeah.
Because I don't know how the hell I'm about to make payroll. We had a talk. I said, babe, put this on the calendar as like the worst day of our lives.
Yeah.
This shit ain't never happening again. We put it on the calendar. It was like April 7th or something like that.
Yeah.
Bro, negative $7,000. What happened was, I think, man, it was like some auto payment, some ACH hit at the same time as some other stuff. And it was like, oh, crap, like, what the hell is all this? Everything came at once. Yeah. But they don't see that, right?
No,
I ain't the
don't.
only one who's had a negative bank account.
Yeah.
Even to this day, you see us successful right now. Bro, I'm still going to have bad days.
No, of course.
More money, more problems.
But the bad, at the end of the day, it's like, you're going to have bad days, you're going to have good days. It's all about what you feed into it. You know what I'm saying?
What you do about it.
Yeah, it's yeah, man, damn, right. 7K is absolutely crazy.
Payroll.
But here's in payroll too, though. But the good thing is that, and we can kind of get into this real quick before we get into like your career with the tax deeds. Having a supportive person by your side during those trials and tribulations is completely key because your wife could have been like, you know what, out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing to do with you, this and that. But like, I'm pretty sure that she is a supportive person, right?
Bro, my wife, we've been married now for 5 years. And I will say to this day, bro, my wife don't care about money. My wife don't care about money at all. She met me when I was still nursing, right? I wasn't into this space. And she don't care about money, bro.
Yeah.
I have never
hard to find,
seen
man,
her,
these days.
I've never seen her stress about money. Even
Really?
when we were broke, like we've been broke, she don't care, bro.
Why do you think is that? Why do you think she has that? Like where did she come? Where that mentality come from?
Man, to be honest with you, I don't know how she's so chill. Cause no offense, but like women get worked up about a lot of things.
Of course.
And she does too.
Yeah.
But when it comes to money, bro, she ain't never stressing. And I don't know where it comes from. She told me one time, she said, babe, look, we could live in a box under a bridge. I'ma still be with you. It's like, damn, that's deep. Yeah. And when we got married, I wasn't really thinking about marriage. But one day she was just like, hey, you know what? Like, just so you know, I've been seeing a lot of stuff with like these girls and blah, blah, blah. I really love you. So when we ever get married, I'll sign a prenup. Like, dang. Bro, you the one.
Where she got a sister or something? She got a cousin or something?
You're the one. So now I'm half Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, word. Wow. Okay. Yeah, man. Just having that supportive system, man, is definitely very, very important, man. So kudos to you and, salute to your covenant, man. Okay. So really want to get into the space of tax deed as far as like what the process is, because I've been doing a lot of research ever since, we've connected, and I still don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, okay, so like people who don't necessarily pay your taxes, but then also too, taxes can also be a benefit too when it comes to real estate. Like, yeah, just go ahead.
All right, let's give them a master class. Please. Y'all are gonna really want to like this video, subscribe. You want to share it like with your rich auntie, your business partner. Share this thing up. You're gonna want to hear this. Okay. So in the U.S., whenever you own a property, you have to pay your property taxes. If you don't pay those property taxes, county's going to take that property, sell it at an auction. This has been going on since like damn near the beginning of time. You see those old medieval movies where the king is sending somebody to go beat somebody up because they didn't pay taxes to the king.
That's literally
right?
what it is.
Literally been going on for a long time, right?
Yeah.
So when you don't pay those taxes, county's going to take that property, sell it at some form of auction typically. So I don't care where you live. There's a tax sale process. It's either going to be a tax lien, tax deed, tax redemption deed. There's other things out there, sheriff sales, land banks, adjudicated properties. There's so many different types, if we're being honest, in all the states.
Yeah.
So with a tax lien, and this is where people get them all mixed up. With a lien, let's say you owe $3,000 on your property taxes. I can come in as the investor and pay that $3,000 for you. You would just have to pay me back with interest to keep your property. Right? That's a tax lien. I'm just paying the debt for you, and then you're paying me back with interest. So liens are a good way to keep growing your money. And what a lot of people think is that if you own a lien, it's understood that if they don't pay, you're getting the property. That's not always true.
Okay.
So very, very important to know which states are like that. With the deed, bro, in Florida, we have tax deeds also. With the deed, you go to auction, you win, that property is yours immediately. There is no redemption period.
No period whatsoever. It's like it's literally you pay and you get it.
You had your time to pay those taxes. Once you pay, it's yours. So what I started out doing was buying deeds, land parcels for $2,000, $3,000. We're still buying, bro. I had a student just like this week actually. It's only Friday. Just this week won something for $2,800. Okay, so we buy the land parcels and we just sell them to who? Developers, builders. They're gonna build land. A lot of times people look at their business and they don't think about pipelines. They don't think every business needs leads. Every business needs some sort of pipeline, right? So I'm like, hey, let me just find all the builders that are building in a specific area. I do all my market research and say, I'm gonna go buy the crap out of some land in this area and keep selling it to who? The same person. A lot of my real estate agents, one thing's first, you don't need a real estate license to make money. I don't know why everybody keeps going and get licensed to become an agent. You just need to know some things. Most agents ain't making money. Let me just put that out there.
That's another thing. Yeah, no, that's a fact. Especially in here in Florida, everybody's a realtor, by the way, and it's freaking crazy.
They're not making any money. So let me save you the trouble. Just go ahead and learn a niche, get a skill that you can be good at. So we just go. We're flipping the land parcels. You don't need credit. You don't need any license, bro. You just need a little bit of money. And now we're leveraging business credit. Okay, I went and bought 7 properties in one auction using money that Amex gave me. I made $100,000.
I'm about to leave, bro.
I made $100,000 off of money that Amex gave me.
Why aren't more people knowing about this?
No one knows it, bro. They don't teach this in the real estate licensure program. They don't teach this in real estate school. They don't teach this in law school. I have clients that are agents. I have clients that are brokers, lawyers. I have clients that work for title companies because title companies who are supposed to handle real estate don't even know this stuff. There are a handful of title companies that can even handle a tax deed property. I own one of them.
Bro, here's the crazy part, bro. I know a lot of real estate realtors and everything, right? Like my roommate is a freaking realtor, like, in our penthouse. And he does commercial, but like we've talked about real estate before, but he's never brought up tax deeds ever.
No one knows about it.
What the, like?
No one knows about it.
This is unfair, bro.
This is how I was able to come into this space because I saw a video and they were talking about red ocean, blue ocean, right?
Okay. Yes.
And so
yes,
I'm
yes.
like, damn, real estate is a red ocean. Like, okay, everybody and their grandma wants to be an agent. This, and I said, what's a blue ocean? Like, how can I be a blue ocetion in this game? And so when I was already looking into tax deeds and stuff. I'm like, man, tax deeds is a blue ocean. There's nobody doing this at the level. There may have been local people teaching just their area.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, we're going to go nationwide. We're going to go worldwide with this.
Yeah, no facts.
No one's in this game. No one knows it. And nobody takes risk enough to get in there to figure the crap out like I did. Bro, I went in there. I spent and lost so much money.
Yeah, facts.
Let me figure out this state. I went and bought in all these different states, just figuring out the process, coming up with blueprints. I'm a nerd, bro. I grew up in the hood, but I was the hood dude on the skateboard.
Really? Okay.
I'm a nerd, man. So I just studied, went out there and then tried. Not just study. You can't just be book smart. You have to be you have to have some life experience too. So went out there and just tried things, tested theories. I bought a property just to see what the process was. Got an attorney just to see what the process was of working with an attorney and doing XYZ, man. I'm just getting out there, just trying things.
One of our guys, Calvin, actually, he said that when it comes to real estate, the two things that you need right away is a lawyer and an accountant.
Oh yeah.
First before anything else.
And I like him because he focuses on the operational part of real estate, which, bro, these gurus don't know nothing about that. Bro.
That's a fact.
They don't know nothing about underwriting, entries, exits. They don't know nothing about that.
So when it comes to tax deeds, right, what do you think is actually like the misconceptions of that world that people don't necessarily understand when they're looking from the outside in?
First misconception is that you need a lot of money and it's impossible to win at auction. We've purchased over 740 properties to date. All right. You don't need a lot of money. It's not impossible to win. They're just looking in the wrong places.
Got it.
All right. They're looking in the wrong places. Second misconception is that there's a redemption period. The people who live in states, to give you an example, people watching this video that live in a state like Georgia or Texas, let's just say they heard the first part of me talking when I said there's no redemption period. I can guarantee you somebody in Georgia or Texas is going to be like, he's capping. There's a redemption period.
Yeah.
Because Georgia and Texas, those are redemption deed states. It's literally in the title, redemption.
Yeah.
So
that's why Florida is actually the best state to be able to do
one of the best
in tax deeds.
It's a deed state. So that's why I broke this down. Other educators weren't breaking this down, caused a lot of confusion. What I did in the military was train people, right? I was known as an advisor when I got out. My role was literally to educate foreigners that I didn't speak their language. So you have to be really good at teaching and breaking things down, bringing it down to a 5-year-old level. So there's liens, there's deeds, and there's redemption deeds. Okay, I had to break it down into 3 parts. Otherwise, people were just getting like super confused.
What do you think is actually the things and the traits and the strategies you learned being a veteran that actually prepared you to become this tax deed wolf?
Resiliency.
Yeah.
Mastering resiliency. We had trainings literally called Master Resiliency, looking back, and it was all about the human mind is very negative, bro. We think worst case scenario in a lot of cases, and I took a lot of that and I brought that to here. And it actually helps me win auctions, believe it or not. There's like a lot of auction strategy. Same reason Walmart will put the milk in the back versus why didn't they put it in the front? You know what I mean? So there's a lot of strategies even when going into auction and trying to win properties. Yeah. So that resiliency and dealing with adversity. My first few properties, I effed up. I bought one and it had liens on it, right? I bought another one that at first I didn't think I could do crap with it. It was a bad buy, but I still ended up selling that one. I was shifty with it. But there's a lot of mistakes that are going to happen in real estate, and a lot of them, guess what, will be out of your hands. Like a contractor will run off on the plug. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So there's a lot of things that can go real left real quick. So what you have to be able to do is get over it. Oh, damn, that sucked. I need to fix this. Or if you're smart, you're going to invest in somebody that's already gone through all the bullshit, and that's going to save you a lot of time and money. Because I went through a lot, bro. I've got almost any.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, bro.
Anything that could have happened to me has happened to me in real estate.
Okay, so give me a couple.
I was doing a flip in New Orleans. I had an exit strategy I had an operational strategy of running an Airbnb They changed the law right before my rehab was done, and I couldn't do Airbnb. Luckily, I had my contingency. The long-term rental still worked. But get this, at the same time, contractor that I have been paying via freaking Zelle ran off, couldn't find that dude. We couldn't find the dude. Dude ran off with like $12,000 of money. I was at the finish line, right?
Holy crap.
And get this, I'm not bowling at this.
Yeah,
like,
no, I got you.
Bro, I'm not
What
bowling.
year is this? What year is this?
Bro, this is just like 2020.
Okay.
This is like maybe 4 years ago.
Yeah,
like,
right before the pandemic or?
Around,
or
yeah, like
around
somewhere
there?
around there. Yeah,
Okay,
it's might
gotcha.
like 2021 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So, because I wasn't using OPM at first, bro. I didn't get into OPM until maybe 2022. All right, like
wow.
literally,
So
somebody
it's been-
reached out to me because I was killing the tax deed space.
Yeah.
Someone reached out to me and was like, bro, imagine what you could do with more money.
Yeah,
This,
facts.
bro, it's like 2022. And
Mhm.
I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
What? Holy crap. So,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm big in mentors. Like, if I was the tax deed expert. A lot of times people don't realize, like, my expertise was tax sale.
Mm-hmm.
I was not out here saying, no, I'm the credit guy. I'm the business credit guy.
facts.
I'm
No, tax deed all
I was
day.
tax deeds.
I'm the wolf.
So I had to go consult with the credit guys,
Yeah.
you know, the business structure guys, the CPAs. That's when I finally got it all together by paying this person, this person, this
Yeah.
person. Now I got the whole sauce. But contractor ran off on me $12,000. I couldn't. It was Zelle, bro.
Jesus.
Can't get that back.
Nah,
So
not at
now
all.
how you think we pay contractors? Credit cards.
Credit cards, yeah, invoices, all that good
Invoice
stuff.
me.
Yeah.
I don't care if there's a fee. That's my insurance. You don't do this work, I'm
Yeah.
getting my money back.
Yeah, facts.
Also, I'm getting all the points on the credit card. The banks love me. And the lenders are reimbursing us with the draws, right? So I'm paying that debt right off. I'm telling the bank's gonna just keep increasing my limits. I'm gonna look amazing.
Okay. So you talk about OPM, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that so many of our people are just maybe not necessarily completely against OPM, but they're more reluctant towards it, where like they feel like they have to get it from the mud and from their own money to be validated? Like, where does that come from?
Bro, they're gonna hate this answer, but conditioning, right? The master was so good that they instilled this into our parents. So they didn't have to keep instilling it into us. Guess who
Yeah.
instilled it into us? Our own parents
Yeah.
started preaching this stuff to us. Oh, nah, don't use the credit
No,
card.
no,
Don't
yeah. Listen,
don't
I'm
use the credit
Caribbean, bro.
card.
So like, you know, my aunt and my grandparents, like every single time they'll actually have like a credit card sent to my place when I got like old enough, they threw it in, they threw it away.
So
Like, no, we're not doing that.
I see why they got screwed. Nobody taught them
Yeah.
the right way to do things. So when you don't know, you're against it, right? And this is why when I don't if somebody doesn't really listen to me break tax deeds down, it's a scam. It's a scam. What does scam mean? They say still confused about money or something like
Yeah,
that. Bro, if you don't know it, you're gonna be against it.
Yeah, facts.
You're
And
gonna be
it's
against
really just when it comes to tax, when it comes to tax deeds, like now I'm just learning about it now. When I'm learning about it now, it's really not that hard of a concept.
It's really
It's really freaking simple.
it's the research part that's hard because 80% of the properties suck, right?
Okay.
So when you
Okay.
go, so the steps are here's the steps for your people.
Yeah.
Go to your county clerk of court. I don't care where you live. County clerk of court. You're gonna go and you're gonna look for anything that has to do with tax delinquency, tax sale, tax liens, tax deeds, redemption deeds. If you can't find it, click on the contact us section. Right? Thou have not because thou ask not. Contact us. Hey, what happens when people don't pay their property taxes? Can investors come in and buy these properties? Do you guys have auctions? What type of auctions do you have? Right? I'm talking real fast right now, trying to get it all out. But
It's all good.
once
We vibing.
once
You know what I'm saying?
Once you find that, you find that list, you find that website, they can host it with in-house, they can host it in person, you got to show up. It could be a third-party website, right? There's so many different ways. So once you find it, then it's time to do your due diligence on that process and those properties. And when I say that process, if you got to make your deposit by February to bid in March, you missed that deposit deadline, you ain't bidding in March.
Yeah,
so you have
facts.
to understand this whole process. Is the property coming with free and clear title, or are you going to have to do some sort of process to clear that title? Because the government seizing these properties and basically giving them to somebody else, it's unjust. So it clouds the title.
Yeah.
All right. It clouds the title. So there's another process that we have to do in order to clear that title and ensure
Okay.
these properties
I got
to
you.
be able
I got
to
you.
sell them
Yes.
to someone else, right?
Okay.
Quickly, I'll say. So you do your due diligence, you checking comps and everything, making sure you're not buying something that's in the middle of nowhere, wetlands or some
Yeah.
swamp land that you can't
Yeah.
do crap with. You do those little steps, man. You check for other liens because there could be other liens on the property that you didn't know about. You check for the other liens and everything. You win that property, voila.
That's it.
Now That's just acquisition, bro.
Okay.
A lot of these guys out here just teaching how to acquire things. That's only one part of real estate.
Got it.
We need to know our exit strategy. How are we going to make money off of this, right? So we have further underwriting that we do. I break down, formulas to getting, I'm not going to get all the way into it,
I got you.
to get cash on cash return, like basically what's my return on investment if I spend X? If I spend X and then have to put X into rehab and the property can make me X, right? My NOI is this. How long will it take me to make all my money back?
Yeah.
Right?
So
we're doing all this nerd stuff.
Yeah, no, I got you.
to make sure that we're actually making money.
So question, the old, the saying of the song, you gotta know how to hold them, when to fold them, and when to walk away, right? When you buy a property, right? I guess what are the signs where you should just walk away and just like sell it back and not necessarily make any money off of it? If that makes sense. And are there signs or there's things that you look at, you be like, you know what? This is probably not really a good, tax deed that we bought. We got to get rid of it.
So we should know that before.
Okay.
I will say you definitely don't want to purchase anything without knowing before. So there's like some basic research that you can do. It takes like 10 minutes to at least know like, okay, we're working with something here. Got it. Maybe we'll take a risk.
Yeah.
But I will say one thing that I'll give the people, man, I'm giving all the game today. When you let's just say you do accidentally buy something. One of my favorite exits, one of my favorite acquisitions and exits actually is what we call seller finance or owner financing, right? Okay. So let's just say you bought a land parcel for $5,000 and you're having a really hard time selling it, right? The cool thing about real estate is usually it will save you over time because real estate always goes up. It's not the US dollar. So it'll save you over time. So one thing that I tell my students is like, look, man, okay, you're struggling to sell it. First off, what are you doing to try to sell it? We got to get eyes on this bad boy. You didn't even do anything. You only put a for sale sign up. Okay, let's do X, Y, Z. But if that doesn't work, then we'll exit via seller finance. So what you do is, let's say I got a lot and you want to buy it. Bro, you know what? Give me $2,000 down and then pay me $500 a month, right? And when we seller finance, we can typically make more than what we're asking for anyway. All right, I wanted $5K, but I want $8K now since I'm going to finance it to you, right? I can charge interest if I want to. I don't have to charge interest. Bro, seller financing is one of the most preferred ways that I'm seeing that works to save your ass on a real estate deal.
Bro. Okay, so that's a lot of heat right there. So I'm trying to enter that.
Hot up there, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you got the red on and everything today. You know what I'm saying?
People don't know, man. It's why my community's blowing up, bro. Like we have one of the most fastest growing, I think, communities. A lot of people, most businesses don't make profit till year 3, right? I heard that somewhere. Maybe I made it up. Don't fact check me on that.
I got you.
But it takes a minute to make money, is what I'm getting at, right?
Facts.
So what most people do is they quit within 3 months, within 6 months. That's why I say, hey, it took us 7 years to be an overnight success. So like when people hear this stuff and they see us like blowing up, they don't understand, bro. We've been busting our ass out here. We've been in these streets, bro. Yeah, definitely. We've been losing money.
We've been going through it for y'all.
Right, we've been losing money. My one of my content people, we did this thing with one of my first mentors. She's COO of my company right now. Most of my team that works for staff now that's like running the company came in as mentees. It's crazy, right? Like I trained them and then they became in leadership levels. We did this thing where it said, raise your hand if you've lost money for accidentally buying a property with a lien on it. I'm raising my hand. Raise your hand if you accidentally did this. I'm raising my hand. I'm raising my hand.
Fourth time, fifth time.
She didn't raise her hand not once. And they were like, holy crap, like, what's going on? She was like, well, I had a good mentor.
Well, like, I mean.
I made all the mistakes for her. That's crazy.
A fact. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So we're in the space of mentorship right now, so let's get into it. We always say that, speed is overall the biggest win when it comes to success and also entrepreneurship, because we don't necessarily want to make the same mistakes our predecessors make, right? But don't you think that making mistakes at times can be a good thing?
100%. Your L's are lessons, right? Your L's are lessons. And we always say like success loves speed, right? Success loves speed.
Yeah.
What really success loves decisions being made, right? Success loves action. So yeah, we want to be fast with our action, but in the end, we need to make decisions and we got to make them quick. And that's what a lot of people don't. Oh, let me go talk to my wife about it.
Oh, no.
Let me go think about it for a few days. Bro, you don't want this. You don't want this, man. We need to be decision makers. And that's what success really lies, like decisions, man. So if you make a decision and hey, it just didn't work out, bro, we're entrepreneurs, bro. We're rushing to get to our next fail.
Yeah.
We just let me go fail. Fail. No. Yes,
bro. I've always said that entrepreneurship is the pathway of no's to get to that yes.
Yep. It ain't for everybody, bro. We're the 1%.
No, yeah, no.
We're the
it can't be for everybody. Not everybody can be an entrepreneur. That's another thing too. Hold up. All right, we just ran into this now. We about to get into it. Not everybody is a freaking entrepreneur, bro. Not everybody can be. Not everybody can be a cook. Not everybody can be the chief or like, you know what I'm saying, the Indian. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to have some people who are like the chiefs and most people the Indians. But it's like not everybody can actually really, really endure, you know, having negative $7,000 in your bank account.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How many people do you think that can really, really endure that crap?
1% of
1%,
and
exactly.
And it shows.
And it shows.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
it shows.
that's
Everybody else is gonna make excuses. You know, if you ever ask somebody something and like they're giving you an excuse, it was like, let's just say it was 48 hours, and you're like, hey, why didn't you get such and such done? The excuses only added up to 1 hour.
No,
only added up to 1 hour out of 48 hours.
No.
Okay, when you fixed the tire, why didn't you do it?
Yeah. You know what's funny? Whenever that's funny as hell. So whenever I ask either my team or if I ask maybe just my friends to maybe just do something, you know when you ask somebody to do something to be like, okay, yeah, I'll do it next week. Next week?
Nope.
What do you mean next week? I may not even be here next week. I might not even be alive tomorrow. You talking about next week? So, man, there was this white gentleman that's like about like power manifestation. I forgot his name. Jim Rome. I think Jim Rome is his name. Older cat. He says, whenever you wake up and whenever you are about to do something, you put it in your brain, do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now. So for me, whenever I got to get things done with people, right, and I delegate it, and they tell me, oh, listen, hey, you know, I can do it in 2 days. Hey, can you get it done to me in 24 hours? Like, put that in their brain, and then they'll be like, you know what, I probably can. So it's like, okay, so you're about to literally waste like a day for no damn reason. Now, you know what I'm saying?
Now stands for no opportunity wasted, right? And I'll pay to play.
That's a fact.
Hey, can you do this in 10 hours? I'll pay you extra. Mm-hmm. I'm big on paying. Some people want sometimes people be like, no, bro, I got you. I'm going to do it for free. No, you're not going to do it for free because I don't want you to waste it. I don't want you to put anybody before me. What's your price? Let me pay you. I need this done ASAP.
How do you use and utilize delegation within like your tax deed company?
So now I have a team. We have about 20-something employees right now. And I have more than just the investing business, right? We have the title company. We have a brokerage. We got a wholesale company. I mean, we doing the damn thing now over here in the little city of Deltona, Florida, right? We're doing the dang thing. So what I do is I started departments, right? And I had to learn from a lot of different people, man. Like, okay, let me learn from Alex Hormozy. Let me learn from Grant Cardone. How's he doing? He's got a big empire. Yeah. Let me learn from this person, that person. So I invested well over six figures in mentorship, man. Over 200, 300,000 probably in mentorship. And I just learned from them how to run their business because I'm the first millionaire in my family, right? Yeah. Like nobody could show me, like, bro, nobody could even show me how to damn near go register for college when I did it. Like, I was just on my own. What am I doing? Fast forward, what's that? Like, I mean, I'm out here just figuring it out. So I had to go learn, man. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Years ago, I will say the first 6 years of doing this, being in this space, I was an entrepreneur. Over the past year or two, bro, I'm now a CEO, right? So I made a nice shift from entrepreneur, just doing it, just hustling, to now, like, bro, I'm running companies, right? I need a COO. I need HR. I mean,
you have an organizational chart.
I have an organizational chart.
You know, CEO, COO, CMO, CFO, however you do. That's
a big gap. That's a big jump.
No, it is.
I'm like, what
and I'm proud of you for that.
Right now? I'm so confused.
No,
But now it's like, damn, I'm a CEO. Let's start a couple more companies. Let me invest in this company. Hey, I'm gonna invest in this. Come in and run it as the CEO of this company now. So and I mean, business is business. Yeah. Right? Business is business. Every business needs leads. Yeah. Every business needs systems. So the same things I implemented into Tax D Wolf Academy. I then did for Wolves of Real Estate, then Wolfpack Realty, and then now Wolf Title. Like, I mean, it's just business is business.
Now, here's another thing when it comes to this, right? Like, a lot of people always in entrepreneurship always wants to be the number one. They always want to be the person that's like the Jeff Bezos or the Mark Zuckerbergs. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe that there is power in knowing your place.
Oh, yeah.
There's power of, you know, okay, you know what? In this company, I'm number one, but maybe in this company, I'm number two or number three or number four. Like, I believe that the 7th or 9th person in Microsoft is a multi-billionaire. Like, you know what I'm saying? And also, too, here's another thing. A lot of people don't know. I think Patrick Bet-David actually said this. Bruh, when you're the number one, you don't really at times make all the money. Like, at first, rather. You know, there's times where you got to take those L's. There's times where, man, I remember I had my commercial security company, and during the pandemic, I had 65 people working for me, right? And I literally took all the loans from like the PPP loans and everything, and I gave it all to them. Yep. And I was the one that had to suffer because I was the number one. Now, if I was like number two, number three, I wouldn't necessarily have to take that fall, you know? Why do you think people, and this is probably another rhetorical question, like, why do you think people always want to be like the number one and not understand that, like, you need to know your place and also understand that it's better to go far with people and maybe be the 2 to 3 or 4 person?
I think that's something, I think it's in human nature, right? I think pride is just like a part of human nature. Yes. And you literally have to self-develop or be taught that. And the only reason I'm cool with it is probably military, right? I did JLTC in high school for a year. Then I jumped right into the Army. So I started out at the bottom anyway. Yeah, people yelling at me and I can't yell back. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
now you can yell back.
Right? Yeah. So, but if you're not taught that, I think it's just human nature that you want to be, you know, you got to be at the top. You got to do this. Because like you mentioned, like there's companies that I'm in right now, I'm not number one. Yeah. I'm maybe number 4.
Okay.
But hey, I can come in and add value as that number 4. Hey, my marketing may be better than everybody else here. So, okay, cool. Let me add my value here. But they may understand, like my brokerage, I'm not a realtor. I am not the subject matter expert in the real estate brokerage. Yeah. I have a broker partner who is the expert in the brokerage, right? So it's like, okay, I come in a more of a marketing standpoint, a branding standpoint, right? So I have to take that number 2 role. So you have to be taught or you have to self-develop. So how can you self-develop? Go read some books. Yeah. Read some books. We have all the knowledge, man. We got books. We got our phones. We got laptops. We have people. There's probably people who literally teach this stuff at this point. Facts. Come on. So you can't just sit back and know that you have growth to do and not go do it.
Yeah. So one of my best friends, Brad Gomez, shout out to him. He was in the Army. And, you know, he did I believe a couple tours in Afghanistan and everything. And he was the director of security for my concierge company for a while. And also he handled a bunch of, you know, my commercial security contracts. And I would say this, I do believe that military people can be the greatest leaders because they are the greatest followers.
Like, we all started from the bottom.
Bro, like him, he's a person where it's like, bro, listen, you point, I shoot. Like, whatever it is, I got you. Just nothing, just like, yo, let's keep on going. But then also, too, like, since he's able to follow and also take my lead, then he would take, like, the lessons he learned from me leading to be able to actually run certain contracts and, like, you know, be able to handle certain clients and also be on his own. So, I just want to mention that, man. I think military people are dope. I don't know. People think that I'm military, and I'm like, no, I just have a militant
I'm just
attitude.
7 feet tall.
I'm just 7 feet tall, and you know, just out here, you know, just doing that. Okay, so let's get into a little bit of when it comes to finding the right. Well, you know, before I get into that, actually, it seems to me that tax deeds are actually the most approachable or like the easiest way to get into real estate.
Yeah,
is it?
It's one of the lowest hanging fruits to ownership. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Now, granted, like there's other ways to get property for dirt cheap or no money at all. Like if you're a veteran, you got your VA loan. no money down, you can get a house, right? But as far as having the least amount of money and being able to get a home, well, it's tax deeds, bro. Now, the only other thing that I would say is really good, but you don't get ownership, is wholesale, right? Wholesale, I mean, our wholesale department does $30,000 to $50,000 a month, but you don't own the property. You're just making money by flipping contracts.
You're just a middleman, basically.
But as far as taking ownership, building wealth, bro, there's some places I'll go and I'll just keep buying up properties, not even doing anything with them. I think Vanilla Ice said this, like, I'm just buying them. Bro, I'm just putting money, the same way somebody may dump money into stocks just so it's like growing, same way somebody might go put some money into like a savings account or mutual fund. Real estate is my savings account. That's it. I dump money. I'll just go buy them. Things that I bought like 2 years ago for maybe $500, now worth 20,000, 30,000, right? So, because I only got it for 500, but the value, once it became mine, once it became a deed, hey, it's mine. So I'll go buy liens here. I'm putting money into liens, putting money directly into deeds to take immediate ownership. I'm putting money just all over, man. Businesses, you know what I mean? I'm just investing everywhere.
So, don't want to get into too much of the OPM realm when it comes to like building credit and all that stuff, because, you know, like we're not necessarily here for that. But I want to talk about when you do establish your credit and you do be able to build your credit, you know, report, and then you're able to get, you know, certain money and certain credit card business funding and everything. What are like the best strategies to use the money, or what banks can you use actually to be able to put yourself in a position to get tax deeds? Really
good question. So I'm going to tell you what I did. Banking relationships, first off, is something that we don't talk about enough. And thankfully, there are a lot more people coming up that are experts in this space. But what you do is, if your personal credit's good, that's the quickest way that you're going to go get money for your business, right? You're just going to personal guarantor, walk into the bank. And notice I said walk into the bank. Don't just be online trying to do all this stuff. Scammers are just like, there's just so many more scammers coming every single day. And banks are trying their best to just get rid of scammers, right? Or prevent themselves from being victims of fraud.
We can't be hanging around with these scammers now. You know what I'm saying?
So we don't do a lot of online stuff, bro. We walk into the banks. I just made a post on my story. Chase Bank called me, like, bro, I have a banking relationship manager. I have a few of them. They'll just call me. Yo,
that was late at night too. I was like, damn, you talking to, you know what I'm saying, your banks at like 11 o'clock? What kind of pull you got, bro?
It was like, from the morning. It was from earlier that day.
Okay. All right, cool. Marketing, man.
But I do have some of their personal number. I can't hit them up now. But you need to walk into the banks. You need to meet people. We used to communicate so much better back in the day. We have so much technology, cell phones, and all this and all that, but our communication is the worst this day and age than what it was 200 years ago.
That's a fact.
Crazy, right? No. We need to walk in and we need to talk to people. We need to shake hands, right? When you do this, you build those relationships with those people. Bro, the banks want to give you money. That's how they make money, is by giving you money. So they're not really against you. You think they are, but your credit just sucks. Like, bro, if you could see that your cousin Day-Day didn't pay back 20 other people.
Is crazy.
If Day-Day didn't pay back all the other family members and he came and asked you for $10K, would you give Day-Day $10K either? No. So why do you think the bank's gonna just, here's $20,000, and you got all this bad crap, you ain't paid nobody back.
So I guess it's better off for you to actually have the relationships with the banks versus just getting somebody else to do it.
Build the relationships with the banks, man. Build the relationship. Even if you get somebody else to do it, guess what? They're leveraging their relationships, right? So build the relationships with the bank. When you walk in there, there's like little things that we weren't taught anymore, like how to have a conversation with people, how to build rapport. Like it's almost sales. We should always be selling in a sense. When I walk into the bank, I'm talking to the teller. I'm not just like, they're just all awkward. I'm talking to the teller. Where are you from?
Where are you from?
I see these photos.
Today?
You got kids.
I
got kids too. I'm building connections. Like, all right,
relatability, bro. When it comes to building relationships, relatability is literally the, when you meet somebody who's from the military, maybe even from a different branch. Oh, you did military? Oh, okay. You Air Force? I'm Army. Okay, great. All right, cool. Let's do business.
Too easy.
Always about, connecting. You know what I'm saying?
It's about who you know. Yeah. So when products come out, they'll call me, yo, we got this new product. You said you wanted more business credit. We got a new card now. Hey, we got this, we got that. So you want to go directly to them. And when they submit that application for you, in a lot of cases, sometimes people don't know, like, they will fight for you to get more money. Oh, man, what do you mean you denied Mr. Griffin? No. You got to give Mr. Gravy some money.
Yeah, facts.
Right? So you want those banking relationships. In this particular case, we start out, I break it down into tiers. And tier 1 for me is like business credit cards, right? Then we kind of go up and I go to business lines of credit, right? So with Amex, I actually got a business line of credit. And so with the line of credit, I just request that money, they just wire it to my bank account, right? So I did that, and that's how I got those 7 properties. Each property I got was under $3,000, but each property was worth around $15K.
Yeah, facts.
Right?
Yeah,
So 15, some a little bit more. So it was easy. That's wealth. My net worth, I went to one auction, sat on my ass on a computer, and my net worth went up about 100 grand. Sat on my ass on a computer, net worth went up 100 grand.
Look at God.
Right. God did.
God did.
But people going to be like,
that ain't true, man. Man, he's a wolf, man. He's trying to be like, the Wolf of Wall Street. Forget that guy, man. It's
I keep receipts. I got all the receipts, man. All the receipts. And now we're at a point and this is why I say it's important to understand the full picture. I was a nurse. I can't give you medication for your heart, not knowing how it's going to affect your lungs, your liver, right? So I took that same approach to real estate and business. So now when you start buying all these properties, now there's other things you got to think about. Okay, taxes, right? Then we got to think about, do I need to own these? No. So now people ask me, hey, how many properties you own? I'd be like, none. I don't own anything. Right? Why would I keep everything in my name? Are you kidding me? So now there's levels, right? There's levels. So now you don't see me. You see all these guys, bro. I got 200 doors. I got 300 doors.
Yeah, nah.
Bro, don't it? I got a lot, bro.
Yeah, I got a lot.
I got a lot.
Yeah, I got more than you.
I got a lot.
Like,
That's
that's a fact.
You ain't gonna play that video of me and
Yeah, facts.
You said
you said that you had $250. No,
where's the income coming from?
Man, I have no idea.
I got a nice partnership with this trust over here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually probably within like the next year or so, or maybe even shorter, looking into getting a trust. Just trying to build that, honestly.
Oh yeah, because I don't need anything to happen with my properties. I got kids, so will stands for will go to probate, right? So you need a trust. You need that trust, man. I don't want no state coming in and intermingle with my affairs. Like, this is us. We are doing what we do. Don't worry about me. We fine.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand the levels of protections you need to have within your businesses to be able to, properly operate your, like your career or like, what I'm saying, your entrepreneurial journey. They just think that, okay, it's just the LLC. Okay, great. No. There's different things like as far as like doing that, and maybe you got to do an S corp, and then also with taxes as well too, which is a whole other thing.
You need a team. You need a team, and you don't have to be the expert. But you need that team around you, man. Insurance, life insurance. I have Keyman insurance policies on some of my business partners. People you don't hear about that all the time.
Wait, say that one more time.
I have Keyman policies on my business.
Okay,
partners.
what is that?
So it's life insurance, but on a business partner. If that person is so important to my company, if something happens to that person,
wait, you can do that?
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Bro, there's levels.
Yeah, there's levels to this.
People are like, oh, tax deeds, I can go figure it out by myself. But this is why people come to us, right? They want to be protected. They want to build real wealth. Yeah. They want to understand what they're doing, man. You can't just go out there and buy it. Anybody can go buy a tax deed. Right now, I gave you the steps. Go to county clerk, go buy a tax deeds and see where that gets you.
So here's an interesting part that people don't understand, man. When it comes to mentorship and also just like paying for mentorship, people don't understand. Listen, I got no problem giving you the value all day for free. You ain't gonna do nothing with it. But guess what? What you need to pay for is the implementation. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, mentorship, your academy, which I want to, let's get into, good segue. Let's get into it now. Let's do that. So you have a tax deed academy? Is that it?
Yep. Okay. So we have a Tax Deed Wolf Academy, and then we started another company too, or we sort of kind of like into a rebrand of Wolves of Real Estate. Okay. Because now we have all these other expert coaches, right? So it's not just tax deeds anymore. We're doing the BRRRR strategy, right? We're doing Airbnb, right? We got all this other stuff going on, wholesale. So it's a one-stop shop. It's a one-stop shop. You come here, you don't have to go anywhere else. And I just kind of got tired of, people are just teaching one thing.
Yeah.
Yo, come to me because I got this one thing. Spend $20,000 on this one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, man, that just doesn't make any sense because with every acquisition, you need to know the operational. How are you going to operate it? What's your exit strategy?
Facts.
So we had to incorporate all this stuff into one to make sure that our students are actually successful. And so people are like, man, how do you get so many good testimonials? Bro, there's so many steps to actually being successful that they can see their growth. Okay, my credit sucks. Okay, got my credit fixed. I started my LLC. I got $100,000 in business funding. I bought 2 tax deeds for under $5K. I flipped. You see what I'm saying? There's so many steps that you're moving in the right direction. If I came in and you're like, just buy a tax deed, bro.
No, you're not doing.
What are you doing with the tax deed? How are you going to clear the title? Who are you going to sell it to? How do you market your business? How do you SEO, right? Even in selling the properties, like there's business, bro.
Yeah.
We even still have to look at search engine optimization.
That's
we need
true.
to be on the map. We're talking to a buyer, especially a big developer. Yo, I'm such and such. Bro, they're going to look into you. Who the hell are you?
Yeah, no, definitely. That's why personal brand is very important too. And personal brand is as important as it's ever been. People don't even ask for for websites anymore. Hey, let me get your Instagram. They don't even ask you for your number anymore. Oh, yeah, let me get your Instagram.
Banks are checking.
The banks
are checking.
Oh, the banks be checking it too?
Banks be checking. Yo, hey, what's your website? They're gonna look you, bro. They're gonna look up your Instagram and everything. You out here scamming.
I know website for
you
sure.
got the money on your arm. You want money
yeah.
from us, bro? Bye. Come on, now
Yo, you a funny dude, dog. You a funny dude. Yeah. No, wow. Okay, so banks be checking. Obviously, like websites, but also social media, Instagrams too.
We're in a new age, bro. There's Carrot with the K. They will give you money based on how many followers you have. No credit. Don't care about your credit. What's your bank statements look like? How much influence do you have? This is Black Mirror. I don't know if you've seen Black Mirror.
I've seen Black Mirror.
Bro, we're in a new age.
Anything is possible.
We're in a new age.
Oh, okay. So that's gonna be another conversation for
another
day.
conversation. I'm gonna have an AI girlfriend.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, girlfriend's crazy. It's actually happening. In Japan, real quick. In Japan, they're actually developing like an AI where you'll be able to actually have conversations with your past loved ones.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Like you can go to the grave and then basically have conversations with your grandma, with your grandfather, whoever passed away and everything.
I'm not surprised.
Ridiculous.
We will probably be able to upload our brain into a computer eventually.
Yeah. No,
I'm not surprised.
No, definitely. This has been phenomenal, man. This has been really good. And I appreciate your time. I appreciate your intellect as well too. So, Roger, where we at? We are 10:30. Okay, good. All right, cool. So what's next for Joe, man? What's for Mr. Griffin? What's going on?
So what's next for me, man? I need to create as many millionaires as possible. All right. And the reason being is I love the whole community aspect, man. We come together. This is how we build things. It's not lonely at the top. It's full of people like us collaborating, connecting, making things happen. So I want to do bigger, better things. I want to go buy huge development, huge apartment complexes, man. Who knows, resorts, basketball teams. The sky's not even the limit, right? Your mind is. So I want to create as many people as possible so they can be my partners in this, right? And as many millionaires as possible so I can hit you up like, yo, let's buy the Knicks. You know what I mean? Hey, let's do this. Because people don't understand that these things are usually done in groups, right? Everybody's using other people's money, even though they have money. Look at Jay-Z. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. Everybody's using other people's money still. So we come together. We come into this syndication. We get a little bit of money from the bank, and then voila, now we're doing bigger, better things. We're changing. We're creating true generational wealth, right? True generational wealth. So what's next is every month, actually, we're doing free classes. Every single month, free classes. That's what's next. It's not even really for me. It's for them.
Yeah, facts.
So free classes, man. I'm going to make sure this link is in every bio for them. Go click on that link, register for the free class. I'm going to break these things down so that your audience can go ahead and get their next tax deed property.
Let's do it. And honestly, we're going to talk some business because I really want to start getting into real estate on the tax deed too. So, you know what I'm saying? Definitely want to do some work with you as well.
Let's run it.
Yeah, man. I appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much, man. All right, so I got one last thing that's called the last call, okay? So I'm going to give you a few words, and then whatever that comes to mind, you say it. Got it?
Yep.
Okay. Louisiana.
Louisiana, the first thing came to mind is that's where I'm
Okay,
that's where I'm from.
okay.
In New Orleans, born and raised.
Okay.
And then Lil Wayne came to mind too.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's cool. That's cool. Shout out to Lil Wayne.
Tax lien state, by the way. But they have adjudicated properties where you can go to civicsource.com and get properties free and clear.
Okay, real quick, what other states are actually really good when it comes to tax liens? Like, give me two others real quick before we continue.
Right now, Florida, I'm in Florida,
Yeah.
Ohio, and then actually Pennsylvania, pretty decent. Alabama, I still like Alabama.
Okay, got you.
They're tricky, but wealth building is crazy now.
Got you.
Mississippi's good too. All these states that are lien states, even you can get deeds.
Okay.
Let me put that out there. Most states that are lien states, you can still. There's a process where you can go get deeds in that state too.
Got you.
Army, first thing comes to mind. I did 2 tours. I love the military, man. But 2 tours. And I'm glad I'm not in right now.
That's a fact. No, that's true. That's true. Let's see here. Am
I doing this right, by the way?
Huh?
Am I doing this right?
It's fine. It's a little bit. It's gonna be one word, but it's fine. It's all good.
Just one word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one word. But it's cool. It's cool. Now you rocking. Nursing.
Nursing, ICU.
Okay. Your first. When you were negative $7,000 in debt, like the first word that comes to it.
Pain.
Yeah, I thought about that too. Family.
My kids.
Okay. Your wife.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. That's all you think about? Or lovely, or like, you know what I'm saying?
Puerto Rico, and everybody will understand.
Okay. Let's see here. Your taxi business, like what's the first word that comes to mind?
Generational wealth.
Okay. And then the last one, and you can take as long as you want, Mr. Joe Griffin.
Hope.
That's it. That's it.
I'm the hope for everybody. If I can do it, they can do it.
Yeah.
Not how I came up, they can do it.
Yeah, man. Now, you definitely gave me a lot of inspiration too, man, to really just understand this and be able to get into this world, man. So I appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. If you can give out your shameless plugs as well too, where people can find you and everything, and also like your free class, and then we'll wrap up.
Yo, Tax D Wolf, pretty much everywhere. Instagram, Tax D Wolf CEO. Go ahead and reach out, man. If you have questions, just reach out. We're here for you. We want to see you at the top.
Cool, my man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, brother. My man.
Over that thing.
Only the best.